so there's this new ad on Twitch. It's for Pets 2. It's on 420 or something. And the little fat gray cat is getting catnip. It's like, my owner gave me a little bit of cat now. Oh, it comes out you. Alright, well, hello. I'm not doing camera today, or probably for this game. Only because, like, there's going to be a lot of stuff on the screen, so... Assassin's Creed 3 Remaster. We're going to start up as Connor, hopefully. And I'll check out what's in the Ubisoft Club. Although you guys can't see it. For obvious reasons. Oh, okay, never mind. So, we're gonna launch. Now, if I find a good spot for the camera, I might pop it in there, but no promises. Also, it's raining pretty bad, so if my power goes out and you see the stream stop unexpectedly, that's what it is. So, in the series of Assassin's Creed, it started off with Altair. He was in the Holy Land, and they found the Apple of Eden. Some stuff happened. Altair killed the head of the Assassin's League and became the head of the Assassins. Flash forward to 2, you're in Florence, Italy, playing Ezio Auditore. He's just this carefree guy that's just looking to smash and fight people. Then shortly after the game starts, your dad and your little brother were killed. And it turns out that they were, or the dad was at least an assassin. So Ezio decides to try to, become an assassin and take out the Borgia. Then Assassin's Creed 2 Assassin's Creed Brotherhood still follows the Ezio storyline, where he's a little bit older, a little bit wiser, and this is where he's really in his swing. Like, he's confident that he can kick anybody's ass he goes against, and he's just like a force. Then there's Assassin's Creed Revelation, which is the last chapter of the Ezio story. What I consider probably the best trilogy in video games. Probably get a lot of hate for that, but it's where Ezio's an old man. He's close to death. He's just trying to learn everything that's going on with Altair and his library and what these pieces of Eden are. And that closes out that whole chapter. This one, we start as Connor in America for the first time. All the other Assassin's Creeds have been set in the Europe and Middle Eastern era.
Talked about the end of the world.
So now we are over in America during the Battle of Independence, Battle for Independence from the British. So get started. This might be one of my. It's not my favorite Assassin's Creed game, but it's up there with where things have started to change.
Used to be when people talked about the end of the world, we locked them up or laughed them off. Sometimes both, but we never took them seriously. Maybe we should have. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Better to start at the beginning with the abduction of Desmond Miles, my son. This boy had no ambition, no direction, no plans for the future. What he did have was a heritage, one he chose to deny. It nearly cost him his life. He was captured and imprisoned. Those who took him believed he could help them find something. The apple. One of several artifacts we call pieces of Eden. Bits of ancient technology scattered across the globe. Some hidden, some found, all of them dangerous. Most are held by a single group, the same group that now had Desmond. You know them as Abstergo Industries. We know them as the Templars, as the enemy. We've been fighting them for thousands of years, even longer if you believe the stories of their origins. I do. After all, I've seen the truth. That's the beauty and the horror of the Animus. A device that allows us to enter and experience the lives of our ancestors. It holds the power to change everything, to show us history the way it really happened. Up until its creation, to the victor went the spoils, went the truth. We're trying to fix that, to free minds and bodies both. But there's only so much that we can do, and the Templars have the upper hand these days. But something larger than the Assassins and Templars is approaching, bigger than all of us. And if we can't find a way to stop it, these next few weeks will probably be our last. Everyone's last. In the end, it all comes down to him. To Desmond. Through the Animus, he discovered his heritage, explored the lives of his ancestors, and uncovered their secrets. When that was done, he trained. He used another ancestor to provide decades of experience in the span of a few days. It worked. We think. We hope. Soon, though, soon we'll know. That ominous date fast approaches, December 21st, 2012. None of us knows what it'll bring, only that this is where they want us to be, when it does. They've been guiding us in their own fractured, frustrating way. These voices from the first civilization, the ones who came before, a precursor race of immense power and uncertain motives. They're the ones who made the pieces of Eden. This is where they've led him, and through him, us. He stands at the entrance to this long-lost place, armed with the knowledge of Altair and the abilities of Ezio. He holds in his hands the apple of Eden, and we stand at his side, ready to support him, however we can. His name is Desmond Miles, and he has brought us to the end.
So I should have touched on Desmond. Desmond is like the present day person. With Assassin's Creed, you go in between the Animus, which takes you through your blood, your ancestors' blood, and then the present, where you play as Desmond, who, through the bleeding effect, gained the abilities of Altair and Ezio. We're picking up where, after Assassin's Creed Revelation, there was a girl who was actually voiced by Kristen Bell. She
Let's go.
Was the one who rescued Desmond from Abstergo. What happened was Desmond got close to the Apple of Eden, and the ancients actually kind of corrupted him. And what happened is they took over his body. He flicked out his hidden blade, and he killed Kristen Bell. So we're picking up after those events, basically trying to stop whatever is going to happen on December 2012. December 12th, 2012. So obviously this game is supposed to be older.
In another moment, down went Alice after it. never once considering how in the world she was to get out again.
Now, the Apple of Eden is supposed to be the key to everything, because that's where it basically all started. You know, in the Garden of Eden, when Eve ate the apple of Eden, she cursed all of humankind. If that's how religion stories go.
I think we're here.
So there's a lot of story to set up. So we won't get to the action until later.
The key. You must find the key.
Son?
Sir. Here we go again.
This is one of the side effects of the bleeding
Desmond?
effect. He just kind of
You hear us?
sees things that he shouldn't be.
Yeah. What happened?
His
The
mind's
temple
kinda
triggered a bleeding
fractured.
effect. You collapsed and entered into a fugue state.
So naturally, you dropped me into the Animus instead of, I don't know, making sure I was okay?
You weren't in any danger. Besides, the temple appeared to be communicating with you, and I didn't want to risk severing the connection. At least not until we knew what it wanted.
Right. Of course.
Son,
No, it's fine. I get it. And I know what I'm looking for, by the way. It's a key. Just no idea where it is, though. Guess that's why she triggered the bleeding effect.
She?
Juno, Dad. She's talking to me.
Okay, Desmond. While you were, visiting Constantinople, we picked up a software update for the Animus. I'd like to run a couple of quick tests, make sure there aren't any major issues.
All right. What do you need me to do?
We'll start simple. Walk to the marker over there. Okay, Desmond. Let's practice climbing on these objects.
The climbing's a lot more fluid in this than the other ones as well, so I think there's another neat trick that you can do later in the game. It's been a while, so 7 years, I guess.
Free run your way through this little obstacle course.
Gonna plug in my mic for a second. Just in case, like, you can't hear me over the thunder. Okay. Let's see if this is a little better. Pardon me while I get...
Constraint. These are optional objectives that raise your synchronization rate. Alright, Desmond. Follow the on-screen instructions and kill the 2 Templars.
Pardon me while I get, like, reacclimated with the jumping and things.
All you have to do here is jump the gap.
Newer games are a little bit more Witcher 3 than they are of actually Assassin's Creed. So I'll go into like the differences and stuff a little later once we get actually into like the game. Because I think I might have played one of them for the 24-hour stream. If you ended up catching that last year at some point.
Levels look good now. We should be able to build the world. Time to find out what the temple wants from you.
So the storyline of this is pretty good.
Sir, everything all right, sir?
Yes, fine. I'm just preoccupied.
I don't want to get too far
Don't
into
forget
it.
your invitation. Master Birch will be meeting you inside.
Thank you.
Where shall I retrieve you once you're done?
Front of the Opera House. And be quick about it. Don't expect to be here long.
I'll bring her round at once.
Invitation, please. Shall I take your coat, sir?
Ladies and gentlemen, you are requested to kindly find your seats.
Good evening, sir. This way, please.
Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me.
My apologies.
My apologies, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Excuse me, sorry, sorry, excuse me, excuse me. Love the hat, sorry, excuse me.
Evening, Hatham.
Reginald?
I can't tell you how happy I was to hear they'd mounted this revival. Gay's best work by far. Have you seen it before?
Once. My father brought me here as a child. Though I remember little of it. I don't suppose tonight will afford me the luxury of a proper viewing either.
No, I'm afraid it won't.
So interesting fact about his father, Hathan's father.
You see him?
He's actually the main character in Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
He's seated in one of the boxes above.
The stairs are watched. You'll need to find another way up.
I already have.
Black Flag is, I want to say, by far the best Assassin's Creed game that they've put out.
1,000 pardons. So sorry. My apologies.
The ship battles, the shanties. I still wake up to shanties at some mornings.
it's too good. It's such a good game. Like I I don't mind doing the remasters and everything, like, you know, spending a couple bucks or doing whatever to help them out, but I would rather have them spend their time and energy on the game called Skull and Bones. Skull and Bones is just straight naval combat, and it's amazing. Well, it looks amazing anyway. Excuse me. She's just trying to watch the play. Nope, nope. She just wants him in there. So this takes it a step back from the recent games that have been put out by Assassin's Creed, which, in their own right, they've been very good. This takes you back to being a straight assassin. Like, you have tools, you have things that'll help you that'll help you assassinate people, and you know, that's really the core of routine. I forgot about this. It's really the core of Assassin's Creed games that I believe. Like, you're sneaking around, you're taking out enemies before they see you, and you know, you're trying to recruit people to your cause. In the more recent ones, you're basically just like a one-man army running through everything, or woman. The newest one, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which I played on stream a couple times. You can play as Cassandra, and I thought it was more interesting to play as her than it was. I think his name is Alexander. Another interesting one in the Creed series was Syndicate. It was based in London, and the traversal and everything was just fantastic. And you could switch in between characters.
Haytham, you should have come to me. We would have found another way.
Yes. But then you would have known. For what it's worth, I'm sorry.
As am I.
Hurry! Come, please!
Over there! That man there! Seize him! A man was killed in the upper balcony. I've done no wrong. I swear it. Any weapons?
I beg your pardon.
Did they find
No pushing, please! Please! Let us through!
These friends of ours, we must have order!
Try to remember.
Order! We must have order!
It happened right in that balcony.
What are those men doing?
I'm staying where it takes.
Peace, friends! There is no danger!
So, you know, they'll explain the story and everything as it goes along, and it'll piece it all together. So, I don't want to, like, put too much into it.
Where are you going?
And how was the opera?
Rather dull, truth be told.
Shall we be off then?
Aye. To Fleet and Bride.
By your command.
Fascinating. Gentlemen, I hold in my hand a key. And if this book is to be believed, it will open the doors of a storehouse built by those who came before.
Ah, yes. Those who ruled, reigned, and vanished from the world. Do we know what it is that will be held within?
It could contain certain knowledge. Perhaps a weapon, or something as yet unknown, unfathomable in its construction and purpose. It could be any of these things, or none of them. They are still an enigma, these precursors. But of one thing I am certain. Whatever waits behind those doors shall prove a great boon to us all.
Ooh, a good boon.
Or our enemies, should they find it first.
They won't. You've seen to that.
I assume you know where this storehouse is?
Ah, Mr. Harrison.
Gentlemen.
How fare your calculations?
I believe the site lies somewhere within this region.
That's a lot of ground to cover.
My apologies. Were that I could be more accurate.
That's all right. It suffices for a start. And that is why we've called you here, Master Kenway. We'd like for you to travel to America, locate the storehouse, and take possession of its contents.
I'm yours to command, although a job of this magnitude will require more than just myself.
Of course. Upon this paper are the names of 5 men sympathetic to our cause. Each is also uniquely suited to aid you in your endeavor. With them at your side, you will want for nothing.
Well, then I'd best be on my way.
I knew our faith in you was not misplaced. We've booked you passage to Boston. Your ship leaves at dawn. Go forth, Hatham, and bring honor to us all.
Oh my god, look at the rainbow. See it? It's like sunny on one side, pitch black on the other.
And then all will be well.
You sure about that?
Of course. Have I ever led you astray?
Nah. No, you don't sit right with the others.
Have faith, my friend. You'll see.
Well, well. Seems our esteemed guest has deigned to grace us with his presence. You might want to head back to your quarters. Top deck's no place for tender parnells.
So I thought.
And yet here you are.
No.
Fancy yourself a joker, eh? Let's see how funny you find this.
That's enough, Graves.
Stay out of this.
Okay. Okay, so let's circle.
Listen to this, Hector. Thinks he can swagger on up here and declare himself king of the castle.
Please, fellas, call this off. If the captain sees us...
To hell with the captain. And to hell with you, Mills. Whose side you on, anyway?
There we go. You have to parry at the correct time.
We're ready to go again if you are.
This is unwise.
Why's that? You think I'm afraid of you?
No. But you should be. Do you yield?
Never!
Oh.
How do you like these odds?
What's the meaning of this?
Captain,
Explain yourself at once, Mr. Kenway.
these thought we were simply passing the time with a bit of sport, Captain.
How about you pass the time by doing your goddamn jobs instead? I wasn't aware I was paying you to loll about. A word, please, Mr. Kenway.
Oh, I nearly forgot. There's your knife back.
I don't care for you, Mr. Kenway. I've had nothing but trouble since you came aboard.
Your problems have nothing to do with me.
I beg your pardon?
You're a poor leader, ill-tempered and cruel, and it's clear your crew has no respect for you.
Look, I don't want to argue. In fact, I need a favor.
Oh, this is rich.
I suspect some of the men intend to mutiny.
Of course.
Really? What a surprise.
As I cannot trust any of them, I am compelled to turn to you.
And why should I help you?
Because if they do intend to betray, I'm the only hope you have of reaching America alive. Well, what will it be?
If what you say is true, what other choice do I have?
Think.
But let me be clear. Should you ever dare to insult or threaten me again, I'll not hesitate but to cut off your head myself. Are we understood? Excellent. Good day.
Could you imagine being stuck on a boat for months at a time? Sailing,
Mr. Kenway.
going off of a compass.
Captain?
It just seems...
Whatever they're up to, I believe it's coming to a head.
It just seems like hell.
I'd best get to work.
He's cut our rations again. Claims we're not provisioned for such luxury.
You're not having second thoughts,
It's not
are
like
you?
you should feast on land.
I know it needs to be done, but
In
What?
another wife's been two daughters. What if it goes wrong?
You there! I have some questions for you.
That's nice, but I ain't got time to gossip. Probably wouldn't have anything useful to share anyway. You want information? Try the cook or the doctor. Everyone's always chatting them up. The shifty fella won't hardly take his hat off. Keeps his face hidden too, so we can't see him watching.
Quiet! Here he comes.
Oh, the life of a pirate.
Won't be serving for another couple hours. Some biscuits in the barrel if you're desperate.
Actually, I've come with a question.
What's that?
Have any of the men been acting strange recently? Said anything that struck you as out of the ordinary?
The boys cry about the rations, as if there's anything I can do about it. But beyond that, I ain't heard much. My advice, go find James. His ears are always open.
And where might I find him?
Right behind you, actually. He's the one sitting on the barrel.
Guy's really cutting that fish up, too.
Are you James?
Aye.
Hatham Kenway. Pleased to meet you.
I know who you are.
I was hoping you could answer some questions.
I figured as much, but not here. Follow me. So, what do you want to know?
Have you seen or heard anything out of the ordinary since we left port? Anything that gives cause for concern?
Some of the men have been gathering at night on the upper deck. I've only caught bits of their conversations, so I couldn't say for certain what they're up to. But I suspect it bodes ill.
Is it a mutiny they're planning?
All I know is they've little love for the captain. Mills has been trying to talk 'em down, but there's only so much one man can do.
Thank you for the information.
I only wish to see us reach the colonies alive.
I say kill the captain and take the ship for yourself. That's the real pirate way. Even though they're not actually pirates, they're just like colonists. I prefer the term pirate.
Evening, sir.
How are things?
Calm and quiet. Just the way I like it. What brings you topside?
Thought I'd wander a bit. Stretch my legs. That's all.
Take care where you tread. The deck hides all manner of danger in the dark.
What was that?
Sounded like fire.
Someone's throwing cargo overboard. But why?
Better go take a look. Hatham. Hatham's a strange name, but...
So we... Quiet! Here it comes. Make like you're working.
I don't want to play a game. Oh, there it is. It's down this way.
You're not having second thoughts, are you?
Oh, no. He's got our rations again. Claims we're not provisioned with such luxuries.
It's not right that you should feast on lamb and wine. Duck with tinned fish and biscuit.
Curious. Most curious.
Five days later. Imagine how bad that ship stinks.
Any news? Each night it's the same. I scout one area, and they drop the painted barrels from another. I'm going to need to recruit an extra pair of eyes. Maybe James or Mills.
Why are they doing this?
Near as I can tell, the barrels serve as markers. They're leaving a trail. My fear is it's only a matter of time before whoever's following it...
Ship sighted aft! She's making ready to fire!
Beat to quarters, men! Ready them! Brace! Everybody down! Our warning shot! Seems they don't mean to sink us, but board us instead! Man the cannons! Make ready to fight! I want you below decks.
Why? Let me help you secure the ship.
Do you know how to rig a sail? To load a cannon? To wage war at sea? I didn't think so. Now return to your cabin, or do I need to have you escorted?
See, this is where you stab him and you take the ship.
Secure the hatch!
Hatham. Have you been topside? A ship's appeared and means to board us. It's strange. There's no sign of mutiny aboard. Doesn't make sense.
Ah, but it does.
What do you mean?
Did you think you could escape from London so easily after what you did at the opera?
Oh,
That
no.
we wouldn't notice? That we wouldn't follow?
Ah, so that's what this is about.
Surrender, and I will see that you are treated with honor.
If you wish to treat me with honor, give me a sword.
Are you sure this is how you want to play it?
Camera's like kind of weird here. There we go. Go ahead, grab your sword. Grab it.
Told you to stay below decks.
I did as you asked. Only Mills was there waiting for me. He's the one that drew that ship here. There was no mutiny, only him.
What do they want?
Me.
Then they can have you.
Is that so?
You'll catch us anyway. There's nothing to be done.
I can think of something.
You wish us to sail into the storm?
It's our only chance.
I won't do it.
Then I will.
All right. All right.
See? This is why you should have done it so long ago. Excuse me while I drink my gin juice. Later that day.
We need those ropes secured! I told you this was madness.
Arm yourself. I'll fix your sail for you.
Looks like a big wave. No.
We need more speed! Loose the sails! Take them! You take the foremast! James! To the mainmast with you!
Nobody ever said sailing wasn't dangerous, especially back in the day. When they didn't have, like, OSHA and safety precautions and harnesses and stuff. There we go.
you, thank you.
He lost his hat. And there it goes. Excuse me. Believe it or not, this is still the pre-log of the game.
Make ready for our arrival, men!
Arrival? I see no land, only this interminable fog.
The gulls tell us all we need to know. Climb into the crow's nest and you'll see.
Sorry, it's been a bit of a long day. We had Easter, I guess, lunch at my sister's, so I've been up since like 7 o'clock on a Saturday, for crying out loud. Welcome to Boston. My wife and I are actually vacationing in Boston later this year. So I'm pretty excited. And what's great is, like, anytime like I play these games, I'm like, okay, whatever, they're video games, but the level of detail that they put into this is just amazing. So hopefully, like, you know, when we go to Boston, I'll be able to point things out that are in the game that's, you know, out there in real life. With the fire that happened in Notre Dame, you know, they made Assassin's Creed Unity, which was based in Paris. So they might be using that to help, you know, with the reconstruction, which is pretty awesome.
Master
that a video game can help.
Master Kenway.
Yes, may I help
do
you?
that.
Charles Lee, sir. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. I've been asked to introduce you to the city, help you settle in. Oh, no need, sir. I've arranged for your bags to be delivered to the inn.
Are you by any chance John and Isabella's son?
One and the same.
Your commission is with Edward Braddock, is it not?
Aye. But he's yet to reach America, and I figured I might... Well, at least until he arrives, I thought...
Yes? Out with it.
Forgive me, sir. I had hoped that I might study under you. If I am to serve the Order, I can imagine no better mentor than yourself.
Kind of you to say, but I think you overestimate me.
Impossible, sir. This way.
Thief! Someone stop him!
Boston's quite a lively city.
There's all manner of things to see and do. Once you've settled in, I suggest you take some time to walk the streets. Who knows what opportunities you might discover.
Hold a moment. I need to fetch a few things before we get to work.
I'll arrange for horses while you do that.
this accursed city will be the death of me.
You seem troubled, friend.
That's because I am. Greatly so, in fact.
What's happened?
I was robbed. The old Balkan file. Though I've managed to restore what's mine, I fear it's ruined.
You mean the book?
This is no ordinary book. It's an almanac. The first I ever wrote. Benjamin Franklin, pleased to meet you.
Haytham Kenway.
You must be new to Boston.
Why do you say that?
You're still possessed of virtue. To stop and help an old lout like myself. I don't mean to impose, but you seem a spry fellow. Should you happen to find my missing pages, I'll reward you.
Look, I'm not sure if I...
It's all right, all right. If you have the time, hurrah. If not, no harm done. The thing is useless in its current state anyway. But should you somehow manage to restore it, you'll find me inside that general store over there.
Well, that was interesting.
It's called a side quest, Haytham. Look it up, sweetheart.
Ah, hello. Welcome.
I forgot there were pistols in this.
All the news you need. Today's Boston.
Okay.
Father Thatcher asks all able-bodied men to give an hour of their labor this Saturday, as the schoolhouse is in need of much restoration. Fair enough. We'll bring the watch. Notice is hereby
Hey,
given
Chief.
in future, none shall be admitted to see the new manufactory, lest they pay
Okay.
1 shilling in lawful money.
We ride for the Green Dragon Tavern. The proprietors are eccentric, but the rooms are spacious and they do not pry.
Have you been told why it is I've come to Boston?
No, Master Birch said I should know only as much as you saw fit to share. He sent me a list of names and bade me ensure you could find them.
And have you had any luck with that?
Aye. William Johnson waits for us at the Green Dragon.
How well do you know him?
Not well, but he saw the order's mark and did not hesitate to come.
Prove yourself loyal to our cause. And you may yet know our plans as well.
I should like nothing more, sir.
Oh boy. Yep. So we are in for a long haul in this game. I'm kind of looking for one to play. I haven't really decided on anything yet, so that's why I started with this. And this could be the thing that carries us through, like, the Monday, Wednesday streams as well. Excuse me, sprinkled in with probably some Apex or something.
You lying, cheating, no good son of a bitch.
Perhaps we've come at a bad time.
Oh, don't be foolish, dearies. Please, sit. Fancy something to eat? A drink, perhaps? Or is it a bed you require?
We've already let rooms here.
Oh, yes. Of course. Masters Lee and Kenway, was it? I'll have your bags brought up. Do you require anything further?
Only privacy.
Why would he have her take the bags up?
This way.
Such a dick move. Okay.
Sir, William Johnson.
A pleasure. A good lad, if a bit earnest. I'm told you're putting together an expedition.
We believe there's a precursor site in the region. I require your knowledge of the land and its people to find it.
Sadly, my research has been stolen. Without it, I'm of no use to you.
Then we'll find it. Do you have any leads?
My associate, Thomas Hickey, has been making the rounds. He's quite good at loosening tongues.
Well, tell me where I can find him. I'll see if I can't speed things up.
We've heard rumors of bandits operating from a compound southwest of here. You'll likely find him there.
Charles?
Sir.
We'd best be off.
Of course.
Oh, man.
Thomas Hickey?
Who's asking?
Haytham Kenway.
Is that supposed to mean something?
Show some respect, boy.
Peace, Charles. William Johnson sent us in the hopes we might expedite your search.
We don't need no expediting. Don't need none of your fancy London speak neither. I found the men that done the theft.
Then why are you just lazing around?
Figuring out how to deal with those varlets.
I have an idea.
Well, let's hear it.
I'll kill the lookout. Take up a position behind the guards. You two, approach from the front. When I open fire on the group, you charge in. We'll have the element of surprise on our side. Half will fall before they've even realized what's happened. Get into position. But wait for me to take the first shot.
Ah, okay.
You two, clear off.
Circle to pick up a weapon.
Go on now, before you make us mad.
No, thank you. Okay, so,
Go on now, before you make us mad.
So much for the element of surprise.
I wonder if that counts as a kill with a firearm. Nope, guess not. This is the simpler combat times. where you just had to like parry, attack,
Fall
parry,
back!
attack.
Fall back! We'll be safe inside!
What now?
That's what you think.
We can blow the door with those. Go on, shoot them.
Pick up the weapon. Point. Belay.
On with the show then. Guess they wasn't so safe inside after all.
Lay down your weapons, and I'll consider letting you live.
I make you the same offer. We've no quarrel. I only wish to return this chest to its rightful owner.
Nothing rightful about Mr. Johnson.
I won't ask again.
Agreed.
Just calmly reload. Oh. Hey. Give me your gun, and then let me shoot you. Or not.
Your kind has no need for books and maps. Who put you up to this?
Never seen a person. It's always been dead drops and letters. But they always pay, so we do the jobs.
Well, those days are done. Tell your masters I said as much.
Who should I say you are?
You don't? They'll know.
Atham, this one's got some shot on him. You might want to be grabbing it on account of your pistol being parched. Back to the Green Dragon, then. I need a drink.
Okay, so defend these guys.
Careful, gents. We've company.
Don't let go of the chest, Charles. We'll take care of this rabble.
A little help, please!
I'm coming. Wait, them bodies is sure to have loot on them. Would be a shame to let it all go to waste.
Look, I
Are you
don't
mad?
care.
In case you've forgotten, we're in the midst of something.
Aw, why's you always got to go and spoil the sport?
I kind of wish, like, that high-profile thing would just be gone. So we can just turn that off. Like, I don't mind having the tips up, but, like, having that there the entire time is just kind of annoying.
A little help, please!
You don't need no help. Pick that one up. Shoot that guy in the face. Oh. How dare you? How dare you shoot me, sir? Pick up that gun. And shoot that guy in the face.
I hope whatever's in this chest is worth it.
Come on now. It's just a few fools with knives. They ain't so tough.
It's not the scoundrels I'm concerned with.
Who are you concerned with? There's just scoundrels around here. Okay. Obviously I see a bunch of them up here. So... You kind of do have, like, combat flow, but not as, like, good as the other ones, I guess. Crack. The gun. Hey, you have a weapon. Use it. What? They're out of range. Hang on. I gotta reload. I gotta reload this pistol. Oh my god, there's a guy right there. You just shot that horse in the head.
That seems to be the last.
Yeah, look at that. Gentlemen, can you move?
Oi! Mr. Johnson's gonna need to double my pay after all this if he expects me to keep at his side.
There you are.
My thanks, Master Kenway. Now, tell me what it is you need.
The images on this amulet, are they familiar to you? Perhaps one of the tribes has shown you something similar.
It appears Kanyan Gahaga in origin.
Can you trace it to a specific location? I need to know where it came from.
With my research returned, perhaps. Let me see what I can do. Thomas!
What?
Rent yourself a room. And a bath as well. I suspect we'll be here for a while.
Did I get the whole thing? Yeah, cool. Wait, what the hell? I thought I already talked to him.
Evening, gentlemen.
Charming.
Oh, peace, Charles. He'll grow on you.
Oi! Catherine, you fussock! Get back here! Daddy needs a drink.
How fares the search?
Maths and maps are not cutting it.
What of your local contacts?
We'll need to earn their trust before they'll share what they know.
I have an idea on how we might be affecting that. There's a man who's taken to enslaving natives. Rescue them, and they'll owe us.
Do you know where they're being held?
Afraid not.
Benjamin Church will. He's a finder and a fixer. He's also on your list.
And there I was, wondering whom I might solicit next. Well done.
I just wish you could run faster in here. Do. I know there's something to do with the dice game. I never really played them, so let's see.
Wonderful.
There's probably an easier way to do that.
Charles? Sir?
I mean, he did just pick a lock earlier.
Seems like we're not the only ones looking for Mr. Church.
Damn it, he could be anywhere. What do we do?
We find him. Come. I'll show you how.
Eavesdropping was in the first game.
Should we write his family, do you think?
Not our business to meddle, even if we've the best of intentions.
But if you could have seen it, they were surely drunk carrying on like that, and during the day, no less.
For the very best in firearms, you need but stop at one expedient location. Murray's has
Okay.
all patterns in stock.
Scandalous behavior from one who aims to be a surgeon. Not likely if he keeps up such carousing.
Truly a shameful display. Benjamin's parents would be mortified.
Perhaps I should send someone to retrieve him before he damages his reputation beyond repair.
They stumbled off to the northeast, no doubt in search of a tavern or some other place of ill repute.
Start questioning those on the street. I'm headed for higher ground.
So synchronizing is a big part of these games. It reveals, like, you know, more of the map and objectives and things like that. So more than likely, like, you'll see whenever I go to an actual, like, mission where I get to a new town, it's hop up to the tallest building, synchronize, and then jump off. This is kind of where Ubisoft gets to show off, like, how detailed their games can be, and like points of interest and stuff like that. I mean, they do it very well. I mean, it's just, yeah, it's them showing off that they did a bunch of stuff, a bunch of research and everything, and I don't know, it's kind of cool.